we want the height to be 5 as well. So the perpendicular distance from this line to this point should be 5. And I should mention that this point is directly above the midpoint of this line. Okay, so let's work on that. So I'll just go back into my model space here. I'm going to kind of move my triangle over to the left a little bit, and then I will re-enter the line command. Okay, so let me use the button this time. Okay, so line, and just anywhere in here, just kind of to the right, I want to left click, and then again my polar tracking line is turned green. Okay, so it's snapping to the 0. I just want to type in 5 and then enter. And now I want to escape the line command, so I'll press escape on the keyboard. Now, from to properly get the next angle, the next dimension, I want to, like I said, this point is directly above the midpoint. So wouldn't it be nice if I could draw a line from the midpoint of this line straight up? Okay, well that's exactly what I can do using the midpoint running object snap and the polar tracking of my line. So let me enter the line command again. And when I get near the midpoint of this line, I should see a triangle indicating the midpoint of that line. Again, let me show you where that setting is. This is one of the ones I asked you to turn on. Okay, that's what the midpoint symbol looks like. Okay, so when I get near that midpoint, I just want to left click, pull my line straight up, and then type 5. Okay. At this point, I can enter the line command again. I just hit escape to get out of it, but I can then go from endpoint to endpoint, and then go endpoint to endpoint. Remember that you can always escape to exit a command in case I forget to say that at some point. So I'm not going to go back through the verification of the actually I will one more time. Click on this line that has a length of 5, and if you want to check the vertical height of this, I didn't actually show you this before. I showed you a dim angle. Okay, let me show you dim linear this time. So again, these shortcut commands don't let them crowd your brain too much right now. That's not the focus of this exercise. But DLI, enter. Okay, and then I can click here and here on the endpoint, and then it gives me a vertical dimension, and you can see that's exactly 5. Okay, you do not have to dimension your submission. Okay, this is what I want to see, just the triangles. Okay, so the next one I want to draw is a scalene triangle, and the altitude of this scalene triangle should be 5. And the definition of a scalene triangle is no sides or angles should be equal. Okay, so if all sides are different lengths, then we should not have to worry about the angles not being equal. Okay, by default they should not be equal. So let's do that. So it needs to have a height of 5. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to enter the line command just somewhere here. I want to click and then pull my crosshair straight up and type 5. Okay, and then just from that point, actually I want to hit escape. Okay, and I want to enter the line command again. Okay, now I'm going to get near the end point of this line, but I'm not going to click this time. Okay, I just want to pull my crosshairs out to the right, and you should see the green tracking line. Okay, you might have to be a little more careful about how you do this, because this is we're not actually drawing a line. This is like looking for a potential spot. Okay, but you see the green tracking line going from the end point of this line to the crosshairs, and just anywhere in here, just left click. Okay, and what that did, that created a point that has the same y coordinate as this endpoint. Okay, and then I want to draw a line straight to the right. Not really worried about how long it is. Okay, and then just left click. Do something about like that. Okay, re-enter the line command, and then go endpoint to endpoint, endpoint to endpoint. Okay, and then click on that line and erase. Alright, so there's a scalene triangle. the main thing we want to do is make sure no three sides are equal. So the only two that could possibly be equal just by looking at them would be this one and this one. So let's left click on that one. Length 5.1835. Yours does not have to be exactly the same. Just draw a scalene triangle with a height of 5. And that is 6.1337. Again, if we want to verify our height, our vertical height, let's use dim linear, DLI, enter. Click on the end here, and that's exactly 5. Okay. The last triangle we need to draw is just a right triangle. Okay. I'm going to just draw a standard 3, 4, 5 triangle. All right. And you may not have realized this, but if you draw a right triangle, one leg of 3, the other leg of 4, then the hypotenuse, the long side, will automatically equal 5. This comes up a lot in trigonometry. You also could do a 6, 8, 10 triangle, which is actually double of all these measurements. But I'll come in this area, enter the line command again, and just right in here somewhere, I just want to left click, and then pull back to the left, and then I want to type 3, enter, and I'm not going to escape this time. I'm going to go straight up, 4, enter, and I don't even have to check this last measurement. I'll just go to the end point, and you can just verify. You can click here, that's 3, this is 4, and that's 5. Okay, and that concludes the methods of how to draw these triangles, and that also concludes this video.